Hi you guys, it's Amanda here from How to Host, and first of all, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into my brand new channel. I've decided to start this because I get so many questions from people asking me how I do what I do with my Airbnbs and how my business has become so successful so quickly. So I want to tell you a little bit about my background before we even jump into Airbnb and how this all happened. First of all, to start, I was an insurance broker for 11 years of my life, from 18 years old to 29 years old, and I decided that I needed to make a change. I was doing very well in the business, but it was so monotonous and so boring, and I couldn't imagine that from 30 years old to 40 that I'd be doing the exact same thing from when I was 18. I was dying to switch it up. So I decided to get my mortgage broker's license, and within doing that, I obviously had to prepare for a gap in income. I had already purchased a home, I had a car, I had all of the adult bills that I'm sure all of you have, and if I was to become a mortgage broker, I wasn't gonna be able to pay for these bills for the first couple of years because you're not gonna make any money. To solve the problem, I had a light bulb go off in my head, and I thought, well, why don't I just turn my house into an Airbnb? In no way, shape, or form did I think this was going to come out of that change. I moved into my basement suite. I listed the top 2 floors of my property on Airbnb, and what happened next was completely unexpected. Within the first year in business, my property wound up being the #1 Airbnb in the city. It was also given the very first plus listing status by Airbnb in the city and surrounding area. And in the meantime, my career in mortgages wasn't looking so promising. The market was changing. I couldn't close a deal to make my life, but I was surviving. Well, more than surviving. I was doing very well off of the income that my own home was creating for me. And I thought to myself, why am I not doing this for a living? People are asking me countless questions about how I'm doing what I'm doing, how am I making the money, how did I set it up, and all of the steps that I took. And I thought, if I could box up the most perfect business and show people, I'd be living my life's dream. So that's when I created How to Host. It's that simple. It was a complete fluke, and here we are. So within this business, I am looking, within this YouTube video for this business, I'm looking to market myself and to pay attention to niche hosts like myself that put a great amount of care into their listings. For me, it is so far from the check-in to the checkout and collecting the paycheck. Your experience that you offer your guests starts from the second they ask you a question about your listing all the way to the very end when they leave you that review. And there are so many different dynamics to the business and so many different parts and variables, from the guest communication that you offer, the space that you offer, the styling, the decor, your amenities, what types of replenishable items, your soaps, coffees, teas, are you providing your guests with? We are, as Airbnb hosts, in a service-based industry, and you have to know and understand how to properly serve people so that they are happy with the product that you are giving them. So I'm sitting here mid-COVID-19 thinking to myself, how can I keep myself busy? Because as I'm sure all of you fellow hosts, if you're watching this, have experienced, the Airbnb market has taken a drastic fall due to COVID-19. I wanted to shed some light and positivity on this situation because I know that there is so much light at the end of the tunnel for us as hosts, and I want you to be ready and prepared for when the floodgates reopen and life returns back to normal and people can travel worldwide, and your listing is going to stand out amongst the rest. Your listing is going to be a top listing. It's going to be themed and styled, and you're going to have all of the proper tools to better communicate with your guests and offer them exactly what they need so that their stay is seamless from start to finish. So that's why I'm here. It's a perfect time to do this, you guys, whether you are a host that's already in the business looking to perfect your business model, or maybe you're brand new in the industry and you just want to know how to get into it and how to do it properly and do it right the first time. I'm going to run you guys through everything from bylaws and the mortgage process, purchasing the right type of real estate, all the way to the design and the cleaning, the check-ins, the check-outs, CRM programs that will help you with your guest communication. We're going to touch on so much useful information where if I had been given this information the first time, would have saved myself countless amount of money, and time. Time is so valuable these days, and I know that we are all running with so little extra time, and that's my goal, is to show you guys how I do this, what I do, and ultimately to show you how to host. So if you like what you see, you can follow my Instagram page at how.to.host, thumbs up to this page, subscribe to this channel, and maybe leave me a comment below if it's a nice one. Okay, you guys, stay tuned. Next chapter's coming up. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll be right back.